What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tooling with Newman. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a loadout of my Wera Wagon. My Wera Wagon it's basically a Vito's Pro Pack Tec MCT Blackout, and I have it loaded with all my Wera tools. So to give you a little backstory on it, I got a job coming up, and it's basically an office building. It's on the 3rd floor. And I've got to assemble all these cubicles. And it's all these different office cubicles, and everything's come flat packed. So I just got to go there with a bunch of screwdrivers, and I'm going to have like 4 or 5 of us do it, and we're going to knock it out. So what I was doing, I was basically outfitting my Tec MCT for the job. And I was about 3/4 of the way done, and I realized, oh shit, I got this thing loaded with all Wera. So hence, that's why I figured, let me do a video and show you my loadout of my Tec MCT Blackout. All right, guys, let's dig on into this thing. All right, so this is what I'm gonna consider the front of my bag. So on the front here, I have the Wera Bit Check 30. If you guys aren't familiar, it's a bit check. You basically pop it open here, and you have all these bits here, and you also have your wrap adapter here, which Wera wrap adapter, it's a lock and bit holder, and it's absolutely fabulous. I have many of them. I've used them for a long time, and they work really good. So I keep this on here as just a quick grab. So I have it, and then I have various screwdrivers on the outside so I can quickly use it. Like I said, once I'm set up for doing all the furniture, I'm probably gonna have this open. I'm gonna have stuff everywhere. I got a couple of guys working for me, but that's just my little quick grab there. On here, I have the holstery, the Magmaster, holding it on. It's just slid onto the pocket there. All right, that's that for there. Let me turn it sideways. So here on this side, I've got just a couple of quick grabs. So the first thing is this is the Wera belt socket. It's basically a 1/4 inch socket on this rail with a D-ring to where you could clip it on the things, and again, it's another little quick grab. I use this and this together, these two together. So and this has the lock and bit rail holder with these sockets are locked on there. So you just do a little 1/4 turn and it comes off, and then the same thing, you put it back on and it locks on. It does have the Velcro on the back, so if you have the Velcro, you can mount it somewhere or whatever works for you. I want to say this is called like is it the DRV9 piece or something like that? It's a good little set, and it's a Wera sockets. All right, on this side here, this is the they call it the bayonet. It's the Wera 701, and it's a bayonet because you basically just clip this, and it slides up like a bayonet. On the top here, you have your Wera lock and bit holder, which is the same as the other one. The only difference is this one can slide in and out like so you could use it for either one. And it also, on the inside of here, you have your bits on the inside, which you have a total of 6 bits on the inside, and then you can keep 1 in your head. So you can carry a total of 7 bits in there. It's a pretty cool little screwdriver. It was one of my first Wera screwdrivers, and that's what made me fall in love with Wera. So I do keep this guy close to me. I use more of the ratcheting ones now, but I do love this one. All right, that's that one. On to the next one. This was one of my first Wera ratcheting drivers. So this is the, I forget what it's called. Is it the Wera 27 ratcheting or something like that? I forget. Wera 27 ratcheting, it's the, actually, let's see. So it's the Wera, the 825 1RA. So it's basically it has the 1/4 inch magnetic on the bottom, and it has your ratcheting handle here. So click all the way. So and then you rotate it, and then so forth. And then it also has a lock in the middle. But this guy also has the bits on the inside here, which it does make your handle a little bit wider. And but it fits good in my hand, and it makes it a little bit wider, but it is handy to have all them bits right there. My only complaint would be the long shaft. I don't know. I'll show you the other ones that they've come out with, which I guess is the newer model ratcheting ones. So yeah, that would be my only So I don't grab this one that often anymore. I used to, but I'm hoping I'll put it to good use with this office. All right, I think, and then I got some electrical tape here. All right, flip it around to this side. I have my Wera magnetizer. So you have magnetizer on this side, magnetizer on this side, and then demagnetizer on the bottom. So you know if you have a bit that you need magnetized, let me just give you an example. You would come in, you would rub it on there, and it would magnetize it, and then you could demagnetize it on the bottom. So it's a good one. It works good. Moving on around on this side. So on this end, I have, this is the Wera stubby. This is the Mag 1, I think it is, right? It doesn't say on it. So yeah, it's the Wera stubby Mag 1, and then basically you have your magnetic bit holder in there. But on the inside of here, you have a carousel of all these bits. And if you're not familiar with Wera bits, I love Wera bits. They're really, really good bits, probably my favorite bits. So it moves around like so. And then you could grab your bit and it goes right inside of there. This is not the ratcheting one. The ratcheting one looks a bit different. It has a bit of, I think it has a gray collar on the bottom. I do want to get that one, I just haven't got it yet. But so this is just your regular Wera stubby Mag 1. All right, then I have one more here. All right, so this takes the cake. So this is, well, first of all, here's Wera bit. I have bought, I want to say it was a pack of 20 of these 3-inch bits. I'm gonna tell you, they're fantastic. I love them. I use them all the time. But this is it's the Wera 838 RARM. So it's a ratcheting screwdriver, and it's the newer released one. I wouldn't say it's brand new, but it's newly released, and it has the green collar here for ratcheting. So you go forward. All right. So if you want to ratchet, if you want to tighten it, you turn the collar the way you want to go. Whereas other ratcheting drivers, I've mentioned this on videos before. So if I've said this already, great. If not, just it's good to know. So if you want, let's say if you want to tighten this one, right? I'm in the middle of it. So if I want to tighten this one, you turn the collar the opposite way you want to tighten. If you understand what I'm saying there. And that's how 90% of other, at least that I've experienced, 90% of other ratcheting screwdrivers, if you want to tighten, you rotate the collar to the left. If you want to loosen, you rotate the collar to the right. So it's kind of opposite. If you want to turn that way, you turn the collar that way, and that's how ratcheting screwdrivers are. However, what Wera did with this one is, if you want to tighten, you rotate your collar to the way you want to tighten. If you want to loosen, you rotate it to the way you want to loosen, which is kind of cool. And it also does have a lock in the middle. But another thing I like is you tighten, and then you can, there's no stop. So you can kind of, whatever's comfortable with you to keep tightening it to verify that you're tightening it. This is really, really good. This is, I would say this is my favorite ratcheting screwdriver. And I've got a bunch of them because I do like ratcheting screwdrivers. I never used to like them. And once I got this one, I started to use them. I really like them. In fact, I don't really like not using them anymore. Since then, I've bought a couple of other ones, and I'm a huge fan of them. And this guy probably takes the cake. And it has the Wera locking, the wrap adapter on the top, which is Wera's locking bit holder, which is absolutely fabulous. You have the collar there, you just lock it up, and then you drop your bit in, and it locks right back in. So it's basically a one-handed operation. So so you have here's your wrap adapter. I'll lock it up. You could grab your bit. Actually, I gotta use two hands. But then you push it in, and then it locks into place. So those are really good wrap adapter. I'll show you another one that I have without the wrap adapter on it. Another cool thing about the wrap adapter is all the wrap adapters do fit JS bits, Japanese bits, which is another plus. My only complaint would be it is wide. So if you need to get in tough spaces, you're gonna have to have a longer bit there to get in the tough spaces. So that would be my only complaint about all wrap adapters is they are wide, so just something to think about. All right, so let's do let's do what I would consider the front of the bag. So this is the front of the bag. This is where I have my bit check on the front here. I open it up and boom, there's the front of my bag. So first things first, let's get out this kit. So this guy here is another ratcheting screwdriver. It's basically the little brother to this one that I was just talking about. This is the Wera, the 838. This is the RAS. So this one is the RARM, and this one is the RAS. The difference is one is a little bit smaller, as you can see, and the other part is the lock and bit holder. So this guy has a wrap adapter, and this guy has just your 1/4" lock and bit holder, which you could, I mean, it's a fantastic magnet. You could hear, I don't know if you guys could hear that. If you could hear that pull, it just pull, you know, your bits are in there good. So this guy came in a kit. I actually bought a kit on KC Tool, which was this kit right here. So in this kit, this is a 14-piece kit, I think it was. So as you see, it comes in with this screwdriver, which was mounted on here. And then you had all these different bits in there. And these are the Wera 2-inch bits. And they're also all color-coded there. So each one's like the Torx there is a turquoise. So it's kind of cool. That I do like this little kit here. I keep it. I do keep my ratchet screwdriver out of there. I just feel like it's too many steps to. If I need to get something out of here, then I'll take the steps. But in the meantime, I keep that out just for another screwdriver. But that's the whole set that came together like that in this little pouch. It's a cool little set. Moving on. So here I have another one in here. Yeah, here I've got these are the Wera Chisel drivers. This is the 932As. Yep. So it's basically a demo. So you know, over the years, all of us have used screwdrivers as chisels, as pry bars, or whatever. So Wera decided to come out with basically a heavy-duty screwdriver that you can use for a chisel or you can use for a pry bar. And now these that's the orange handle ones. So they have a tank through all the way through, and you got the strike plate there, and they're a little bit heavy, but they're super heavy duty. Like you could bash them, break them. They're really made for demo. And they're really, really good. That's all the orange handle ones. So the orange handle ones are those. The green handle ones are the regular crap form handles. And then I also have another one, which is here. So this is the Wera demo screwdriver. This is one of the best tools that Wera have made. I use this tool all the time. I beat the living daylights out of it, and it's still going strong. I've tried bending it, I've tried breaking it, I've used it to pry doors, I've used it to smash things up, and you just can't damage it. This is the Wera 932A. So it's the 12-inch one. And I'll tell you, it's absolutely fantastic. So these three are pretty much, and it's just a solid black handle. So these three are pretty much all the same. They're all pretty much the Wera demo drivers. You know, you also have you have nuts on there. So if you need to get some type of, you know, if you need to get more torque, you could put something on there. You know, channel locks or anything, a crescent wrench, whatever you need. If you need some more torque on there, you can get it on there and get some more torque. They all have that. And this has a strike plate too, with the tank through. It comes all the way through. These are great. I cannot stress how good Wera demo drivers are. I love them, love them, love them. All right, moving on. So here. These two are basically a cross between, these are actually pretty new to my arsenal actually. These are a cross between a Vessel and a Wera. So it has the crap foam compact handle there. It has a strike plate on the top, but also has the ball on the end. So these are the longer guys. These are the 150 mils. I probably would prefer 100 mil. So I kind of accidentally got these. But I kept them because I do like the ball grip for driving. If I'm going to use these, I would like a little bit smaller of a shaft. That's my only complaint with these, but they are really, really good. I'm probably going to get the other ones, the 100 mil ones, like for a shorter handle, basically like a 3-inch handle. This is like a 4-inch handle, so like a 3-inch handle, something like that. Just because I personally like that better. All right, moving on. So here, I have all of these blades. And this handle here. So this is the Wera 1000 volt 817, the VDE. So basically, you have your handle here, and you just click your release here, take out your blade, and you could use any one of these blades here. So if I want to use this blade, and it's all insulated, it's 1,000-volt insulated. All the red and I guess that is orange. All the red and orange Wera are VDE, which is basically insulated. It's made for 1,000 volts. Tested up to 10,000 volts, but made for 1,000 volts. So all of these are here. I would use this. This is more of whenever I was doing a lot more electrical work. I would have like a little pouch that I would carry, my electrical pouch, and I had all these. So instead of having, I much prefer to have Pacific screwdrivers with Pacific handles. However, it takes up a lot of space. So that's what I got these for. So I'm bringing them. These are coming with me to do that furniture because we've got a bunch of electrics to do wiring, all the cubicles and stuff like that. So that's why these are coming. But they're great. While I'm on the VDE, let's look at the other VDEs. So I have, one more. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And this is a kit. It came as a set. All of these came together. It's the 6 screwdriver set. This is the 1,000-volt. This is the 162. I mean the 160s, the Wera 160s, I guess they are. So you've got number 2 Phillips, a 4 flat, 2.5 flat, 5.5 flat, 3.5 flat should be, and then another number 1 Phillips, right? So we've got 2, so we've got 2 Phillips, and we've got 4 flats. But the cool thing about these are, if I can get closer there, you can see the etching on the tip there. That's the Wera laser tips, which is designed, it digs into a screw. So we're going to be removing a lot of cover plates on this job. So I'm going to be using this guy a lot for that, because to get into the electrical cover plates, this is fantastic. It really digs into your screw and it holds your screw very, very well. As you see, it does get, the shaft is wider and it gets skinnier as you go up. So those are good. Those are pretty cool. Over here, let me get all these. So these are just your standard screwdrivers. So the green and black handles, those are your standard screwdrivers. These are the Wera 350s, right? Yeah, the Wera 350s. I'm bringing these just because I'm gonna need screwdrivers. I want to say I have four guys working on that job, so I'm gonna need plenty of screwdrivers. So that's why I'm bringing all these. And it's the same, you know, you've got 5.5, 6.5, 4.0, 3.0 flat, then you've got a number 1 and number 2 Phillips. So it's all the same size as the VDE. They are just regular. They're not VDE handles, but they do have the laser tips also there. If you can see that, they have the laser tips, which is great. So with the Wera ones, the Wera regular screwdrivers and the Wera insulated screwdriver, the insulated ones are only a couple dollars more. So depending on what you're doing, what type of, if there's any chance you're gonna get some and you're gonna get some, you want to get a set, look at the VDE ones, the insulated ones. They're only a couple dollars more and they are insulated. So just something to think about. All right. So here I have the Wera micro driver. It's basically your Wera precision driver. If you can see that there, I have the Phillips. I'm gonna get a whole set of the Wera precision drivers. I just haven't yet. I had got this one a while ago. I think it was like deal of the day or something like that on KC Tools. So I had just got the one. Kind of pointless me getting it, but I do use it here and there, and I do really like it. So I've got a number of different precision drivers, so I'm not really in need of them, but I just love the Wera. So I will get them at some point in time, just not yet. And then here I've got a couple of Wera jokers. I've got the 10 mil and the 8 mil, 2 of the handiest ones. So I'm probably going to use them. One end is ratcheting. I'm sure you can hear that. One end is ratcheting, so I got these to whenever I was working on car batteries is why I purchased them. If you don't know about these Wera jokers, they're basically designed, so if you can see this side here is dark and that side is not. So basically the nut could sit in there and then not fall through. That's like how they're designed. So they're really, really good. They're not the cheapest set of ratcheting wrenches, but they're really good. So something for you to think about it, and that might be it that's it for this side. All right, then spin it on around on the other side. Got the magnetizer there. So inside of here, first bit I have inside of here is I got a couple of these. These are a couple of these Wera harpoon boots. I said Wera harpoon boots. Wera harpoon bits, and I'm gonna put them in. They're gonna go in. I'm probably gonna lock them in there, this wrap it up. I was thinking about maybe putting one of these inside this little mini one, just specifically for the areas when we do the install to where you can't fit. You know, sometimes you mainly like blinds or something like that. You've got like a small little hole that you've got fit your bit in there to tighten. That's kind of what these are designed for. They basically, it's called a harpoon bit. So the end is just the harpoon and the rest is very skinny. So it is really handy to get in certain areas. So whenever we do this furniture install, I'm sure I'm gonna be using some of these. And I've got a couple of different sizes. I've got basically a small, medium, large. It looks like I got 2-inch, 3-inch, and 6-inch sizes there. So those are handy, cool little bits. Keep your eye out for those. All right, so actually over here, this is just, I got like nuts in there. It's got like, just like my wire nut case. I'm bringing that because we are gonna be doing a little bit of electrical and then I might need that. And the case kind of fitted the theme I got going whenever I bring this. On this side, so these are the Wera Hex Key Pluses. If you don't know about these and you haven't used these are the best set of Allen keys or hex keys, whatever you want to call it. They are numero uno. They are the Hex Plus, so basically they're designed to basically lock in the screws absolutely fantastically. They're really, really good Allen keys. You have the ball end on one, and you have the straight on the other. I've got metric and imperial. Fantastic. If you don't have a set of these, when you get them, you'll understand why I love them so much. They're really, really good pieces. I know a couple other brands that have them, and they're really good. They're color coded, so you know, if you're using, let's say if you're using let me pick a size. Let's say if you're using the 4 mil a lot, you know that the yellow one is the one you need. So you can if you're constantly working like on the same cars or doing like the same installs, you know, you grab the yellow one, which I find that very, very handy. So check them out. This is the Wera, the Hex Pluses. All right. Okay, here goes one of the most popular Wera tools here. So this is the Wera Tool Check Plus. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar. If you're this far into the video and you've watched this long, you know well about the Tool Check Plus. An absolutely fabulous kit. So you basically have all these different bits here with a couple of 1/4-inch sockets on the bottom. You have your Wera wrap adapter here. You have your little ratchet there, and you have a little screwdriver here, all in one. Like the amount of stuff they have in this little case, and you could slide it in your pocket. You can keep it in some tight areas, but a really, really good case. They're about, I think recently I just seen they're about 70, 80 bucks. So they're not cheap, you know, but what Wera bits are cheap, you know, but they are absolutely sensational. I use this, I would probably say daily. I use this. It's one of my go-tos whenever I need bits. I also do grab the other one, wherever I have it, the Bit Check 30, which I showed you, there it is, which I showed you in the beginning of the video. I do grab this one also. However, this one you don't have a screwdriver. This one you have everything in here. So I could just grab this bit and utilize either the screwdriver or the little ratchet there too. It's a small little ratchet and it's a small little screwdriver. So here's your little ratchet. And here's your little screwdriver. And if you see it compared to like, you know, another screwdriver, it is tiny, but you can get the job done with it. So definitely, if you don't have one of them yet, I would strongly advise you maybe looking at getting one. You can keep an eye. I know that I seen they went on sale the other day, and they were like down to like $60, I think it was, something like that. So you can keep your eye on it, whether you want metric or you want imperial. They come in 2 different ways. I've also seen an Australian model to where all the green was orange, and it was the Australian one. So keep your eye out for that. Moving on around, this is another. So this is the Wera Zyklops kit. So basically to open it up here. So I think they call this the SB9, the Wera SB9, and it's a Wera Zyklops. You've got all these different extensions. You've got sockets, and then you've got bits on the bottom. And I'll show you guys this. This kit is not cheap. It was like $120, something like that. But actually, it might be even more now. It might be 150. So this is the Cyclops ratchet, and basically it's basically a 3/8 ratchet there. Which these are also lock in. You do a 1/4 inch turn. They lock in here, and let's say if you want, you could do your ratchet in there. If you click this button here, it rotates it up. So now you could do it. You could do ratcheting straight on, and you could also do it with. You don't just have to do it with a socket. You could also do it with, let's tell you, you could lock your Wera bit in here, which I have. You have the wrap adapter there, but with your 3/8 adapter here. So now you basically could use this as a ratchet and screwdriver. So it is a really, really handy kit there. You know, you could rotate it whatever way you want to go. It's a really good a ratchet and handle. I love it, and this kit comes with a lot of cool shit. I specifically like this extension here. Let me just show you guys this extension if I can get it out. So this extension is super cool and super long, but I like how you could handle this. You could hold this, and this spins freely, so your hands can stay on there, and I'm just a fan of it. You know, I'm sure those of you that have used the Wera Zyklops, you know how good of a ratchet it is. Some people love the ergonomical handle. Some people hate it. It's basically just like the screwdrivers. You know, you've got the green, which is the soft, and the black, which is the hard, which is the exact same way all the screwdrivers is. So whether you're a fan or you're not, I love it. And then you have all these bits in there also, in this little kit. All right, well, I think that is, yeah, that's my Wera loadout, my Wera Wagon. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know, is there some Wera stuff you love, some Wera stuff you hate? Let me know. I'm a huge Wera fan. I love it, and I'm actually excited about getting this furniture job started where I could utilize all this stuff. All right, guys, well, thanks for watching. 从容温暖。